Gathered together from the cosmic reaches of the universe, here in this great hall of justice.
Hey, toy fans, welcome to our Toy Addictions, your source for what was then, what's now, and what's about to be in the world of toys. From Atco Developers, we talk about it all. There's something for everyone in our coffers of toy joy, so without further ado, let's talk little plastic people and things. I'm Matt, producer of this trip down the toys rabbit hole. Usually to my right is that wacky lover of all things, Bobby Valla, Aaron of 6 Inch. And across the table, your host and favorite seller of everything, Scalper Ron. Let's hit it!
Hey, good morning, Matt. How are we doing today?
Good morning, sir. Good morning. We are absent Aaron today.
We are.
He's off doing some things with his kids' sort of military thing. And
yes, he is.
Yes.
I was going to say, we're going to have some fun today because he's not here.
Yeah. We got all kinds of nice things to say about him. No, but we wish his son well in their competition or whatever it is that they're doing, and we hope everybody has fun out there today. And it's just us, just me and Ron today.
Yes, yeah. We have a lot to talk about in a short amount of time because we have a big weekend too scheduled.
Yes, we do.
Well, I have a big day. You have a big weekend.
Yeah, I got a big weekend. I'm going to be doing some PR stuff today and tomorrow with the podcast, trying to maybe gain us some listeners, I'm hoping. Today we're going out to TFCon out in Rosemont, Illinois. I'm gonna get some things I hope signed by the infamous Mr. Peter Cullen. Everybody knows the voice of Optimus Prime and a childhood hero of mine. So that's going to be cool. Very exciting. There's going to be a nice big vendor room to go in and gawp.
Spend money that we shouldn't be spending.
Spend money that we shouldn't be spending, exactly. I'm hoping I can restrain myself to just buying parts and things, but we'll see how that goes. And then we got the Chicago Toy Show tomorrow, and I'll be going around with the GoPro and the phone, doing some little clips here and there, taking some pictures, talking to some people, and hopefully drumming up some listenership.
Awesome. That sounds like a plan. Yeah, I'll be out. I'm excited for TFCon. But we've been at the Chicago Toy Show dozens of times. It's awesome every time we go. We went July.
God, we sold in the April one.
Yeah.
And then we did July.
You're going to October. I was in last October's. That was a good one.
Yeah, that's usually the fullest one of the year.
Yeah, that one's it's a really good show. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of vendors. If you don't like, I don't know, if you don't like Transformers or G.I. Joe, that's fine. You can find something else.
If you're looking for just about anything, I mean, that show has got something for everybody.
It does. It used to be bigger.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was pre-COVID. Because post-COVID, I don't think they had the dollhouse since post-COVID.
Yeah, I don't think they're. It's not that they're not selling as many tables. I think the fairground is kind of keeping it
like chill,
keeping it to a minimum. Yeah,
instead of like 20,000 people, they're trying to keep it at like 12 or 13. It seems like there's like half the people almost.
Well, for the summer show, if you remember the poultry building, the chicken building, the pig building, whatever, all the
outdoor vendors.
All the outdoor buildings were shut down. There was nobody in them.
I think they have PTSD from that tornado that came through in April.
Maybe.
You were at the door looking out. We were selling.
Yeah.
And we were like, uh-oh, this isn't good. And the wind came in so hard and the rain came in literally sideways.
Yeah.
And all those people without walls, all their stuff was ruined.
Yeah.
And I felt so bad.
Yeah.
And because
all the outdoor bivouac. Yeah.
Because
they were just under the bivouacs. Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but yeah, they were under the.
Well, it's it looks like a canopy, like you're under a pavilion kind of thing.
A pavilion. What do they call it? A Quonset shed without sides?
Yeah, I guess you could call it that. Yeah, some of those poor guys. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I
that
felt
was
so
pretty
bad.
bad.
I felt so bad. But yeah, the dollhouses. Not to get off subject, but the dollhouses. That was a creepy area because it was all the porcelain dolls, and they still have some of the sellers there.
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
like 5 or 6 of them
Yeah.
there.
Well, that whole central area is part of that's where all that central
Yeah.
area in the big building,
Yes,
in
yes.
the big north,
And the big building,
the big east-west building.
Yes.
They have the dolls in the middle of it where all the bathrooms are. So you have no choice but to walk through the creepy section when you.
there's one
use
person
it.
there who like what's the word I'm looking for here? This is early. I had a hell of a day yesterday. What is the where they customize and then they put like guts coming out of one of them. The other one has like
the
teeth
zombies,
and fangs and zombies. I was like, okay, you got some issues. But I guess if they look at me and say, well, you're a 45-year-old man collecting plastic action figures, I guess I have mental problems too. So I'm not going to judge.
Well, you know what? Speaking of that, I'm coming to find out that's where a lot of the Power of the Force Star Wars figures are going.
Customizing?
They're customizing into like
Get
they're
outta
doing
here.
zombies and stuff.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, every time I look at those, like people, I look at them and I'm like,
I know what those
that's,
are.
Yeah, that's Power of the Force. What?
That's why they're starting to pick up steam.
I think that's why they're starting to pick up steam. A little
Okay.
bit. Yeah.
All right. And
I
then
could be completely wrong, but that's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm seeing. So
that's awesome. Now, if I wasn't, I'd go with you tomorrow if I wasn't going to TFCon. Now, TFCon I've never been, and you've been?
I've been to it once, yes.
Now, is this like the Joe Fest or the Joe Con where it would just travel around like Midwest cities or cities in the country every year or
If
two?
I remember correctly, they do the place that holds it or that that produces it.
Yeah.
They have sponsors come in to actually do the show. There's a sponsor there today, a bigger one, Prime something Productions. I can't remember what it is right now, but they are actually like funded the whole show.
Oh, they
kind of
did?
thing. But TFCon is a they're like a producer presenter kind of thing. I mean, it's a copyrighted thing. So
it's like a Wizard World or a
So-
toy or
yeah, sort of.
SDCC.
it's been going on as long as the actual Transformers convention was going on, but of
Okay.
course that was Fun Publications. That's no longer. So
Okay. But like next year, TFCon will be in
next
Indianapolis.
year, TFCon will. I think they do it. They do it 1 year West Coast. They do it 1 year Central. They do it 1 year in Canada, and then they do it 1 year on the East Coast.
kind of like JoeCon.
I think so. Yeah.
They travel the country, so it's not
But
always.
they do
it's
this-
not a Chicago thing.
But they do
It's
the same. They do the same areas every time, though.
Okay.
They centralize, so people that do travel, they're not traveling more than 7-8 hours. I think.
Oh,
is what it
okay.
is.
So it's always in Chicago. It's always in L.A. It's always in Orlando.
Something like
it's
that.
in wherever it's sitting. It's always in the same venue, but
Yeah.
it's every 4-year rotation.
Okay.
Okay.
Like I said, I haven't paid attention to it in the last 3 or 4 years because of COVID, and I didn't have a chance to go.
So
the
this
last
is
couple times.
So I'm excited because if I don't go to this for another 4 years, this is a nice.
The thing about it is, I think it actually comes to Chicago. I think every couple of years. They do these stops in the same year.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. I see.
Yeah,
Makes sense. Okay. No, I'm excited. So we're going to that. I'm expecting it to be like a Wizard World or a Comic-Con.
It's not
Or-
quite as big, but trust me, it's big enough.
Okay, no, and that's good. That's awesome. So for like Comic-Cons, have you been to Wizard World before?
Never been to Wizard World before, but
Because they stopped that like 2 years ago.
yeah.
And then someone else picked it up, and then they moved it. And they called it something else. It was like this year was the first year under. It's not a Comic-Con. It's not a Wizard World, but it's something else. So the same promoters are still running it under a different name.
Right.
But you have your celebrity autograph sessions, and then you have your vendors if they're selling. Now, I'm assuming they're going to be selling a majority of Transformers or some kind of robots or some constructive bots.
95%. I mean, there'll be vendors that are selling other stuff
Other
too.
stuff or comic books or artists.
Yeah, you'll see. It's mainly going to be for like people that are showing off like their wares and prints and stuff. They're actual artists for the comic.
Yeah, see, I like that. The artist row, I like to, even if it's not Transformers related, there's going to be some artists who are doing other stuff, and that's one of my favorite areas.
Well, they all do other
Yeah.
stuff, but I mean, pretty much all of them work for IDW or have worked for IDW.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, and
Oh.
IDW is the one that licenses the Transformers name for the comics.
Yes, yeah. So I'm excited to see. I like walking through, looking at people's art. Maybe something for this new wall that we constructed in the basement here. I put a wall up this past. Well, well, first of all, we should have started off. We missed last week. I forgot I was in Kentucky.
Yeah, you were in Kentucky. Aaron had something going on with his son. Same thing
Yes.
with they were doing a military show or something like that.
Yeah. So we missed last week, and we apologize for that. And we try not to miss. That's why even if one of us is out, the other two try to get down here or into someone else's house and even BS for 30, 45 minutes, whatever it is. But this week I came back home, and I said, you know what, I'm going to finish this wall. So I put up a wall so you don't hear the furnace kicking on or you don't hear like background. So it kind of blocks us into a smaller area.
Yeah.
So
Hopefully that'll be.
Especially for the winter with the furnace kicking in.
Yeah.
That's what was my main concern because we just turned the heat on the first time this past week.
Hopefully that'll be a huge help when we finally get some newer cleaner mics. Yeah.
I'm not really handy. I'm learning. I'm 45 and I'm finally learning how to use a tool.
Oh, I'm not handy at all.
Dude,
I can build stuff, but I am not handy at all.
I told the wife upstairs, I said, here's the deal. I said, if you want me to sell every single one of my little plastic guys and just buy tools and wood, I think I really enjoy doing this. I didn't know where I was going, and I was getting frustrated because I know how to measure and I know how to cut, but I don't understand how two pieces of wood can go together and make like a house. I get the gist of it.
The actual architecture of it?
Yeah, because I could take a piece of wood and nail it together.
Oh, yeah.
But I won't hold my weight. But if you look at this house, everything is specifically set where each little piece of wood is holding the next piece. So if you take one out, you get a load-bearing wall, and that's going to start shifting after a couple months or a couple years. And I understand that, but I don't know how it works. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know how a car engine works,
but
if I take it apart, I'm sure I could get it back together because I've done it before, but I'm not mechanically inclined in my brain to say, oh, this piece of this piece work together, and they engineer so they can work with this piece, and this is I'm not there, but I enjoy putting this 9-foot wall up, and yes, it's only 9 foot.
Well, it's a good thing you didn't need to know anything about physics.
Yeah.
Just hang a wall.
Just hang a wall.
No load bearing there. So
no, but to get back on subject, we have a couple topics we want to chit chat about. We're before we head off on our endeavors this weekend in the next hour or so.
The Chosen Prime is the one that's actually
they're the
presenting.
big sponsor.
Yeah, they're the sponsor. They're the ones presenting this. So.
If I had the 4 bills, I'd get that convention piece.
Oh God, dude, that God Delta.
Yeah,
oh, God.
He looks amazing.
I looked at that picture and I went, oh my God. I slumped in my chair and I'm like, oh, that sucks.
So
That
cool.
it's so much. That thing is badass.
And he comes with couple extra figures.
It's got
He's got a ton of stuff for $400. It's not bad.
Well, the Delta Magnus is kind of like what's the word I'm looking for? Homage to back in the Diaclone days, because you see it's got the little guys in the background.
Yes,
those are the little guys that they have with the newer Diaclone line.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Well, it's
okay.
or they're like no, they would be the little guys that come with the new Diaclone line, because that's Hasbro that produced that.
I see.
Excuse me, but it's actually, the figure itself is a repaint of the Japanese only release of Power Master Optimus Prime.
Okay.
And the trailer that actually builds him into the God Delta is God. It's a repainted God Bomber.
God Bomber?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's kind of fucking cool, man.
Yeah. No, he's Ultra Magnus though.
He's pretty much Ultra Magnus, yeah.
So his trailer turns into other parts of his body.
Well, he's supposed to represent that version of Ultra Magnus, but it's kind of like a combination, because It's a remold or a repaint of the Prime figure.
Okay.
And the Prime figure actually combines with that God Bomber to make God Delta. But the figure itself is an homage to the Diaclone because of the colors, the red and the blue.
I see. Yeah. I see. Okay.
That's
what they're doing with a lot of Masters Universes. They're coming out with different colors now, just homage to other stuff.
Yeah.
But it's not part of continuity. They're just taking two ideas, putting them together, and making another figure.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Oh,
which is cool.
Yeah. I mean, it's
so it's not canon, but it's
not canon,
awesome.
but it they just made it unique.
Yeah.
Which
so they
is
can
really cool.
Take your $400.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but looking at it though, I'd pay it. Oh God, I'd pay it in a heartbeat.
I thought it was pretty good. And there's some die cast in there too.
Yeah, there's it comes with a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
man. I mean, it really, quite honestly, it's if you're looking for that particular version of Optimus Prime on like eBay or the web or whatever,
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna pay through the nose for that damn thing anyway because, like I said, it was a Japan release only.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
but it just turns out that that's the only version of that Power Master Optimus Prime that will actually combine with that God Bomber.
Okay.
And I went to go looking for that a while back, and I found the God Bomber and got it really cheap. I figured I think I paid $50 for it or something.
Okay.
And the actual Power Master Prime is, God, he's like $175. I was like, shit.
Nice.
Yeah. One of these days I'll pick him up. I'm sure he'll cheapen up sometime.
You say that a lot. And then they don't.
You know what though? I'm patient, and
Yes, you are. Yes,
and
you are.
When I sit on stuff, and I usually wind up with what I'm looking for, and I get it at a price I'm willing to pay. So.
No, that's good. Speaking of $400, $500, $600 toys,
Oh yeah, we're gonna get into this one.
this is exciting for me. Even though I didn't back it, it's kind of like your favorite football team or your favorite baseball team making it and winning it to the World Series, and you're cheering it on like you did something about it. And all you did was sit there and eat your popcorn, right?
Right.
So I'm sitting there eating my popcorn, and Eternia for Mattel Creations got funded.
Yep.
So
It
I'm watching
It made
this.
it past a couple of the
tiers.
extras too. A couple of the tiers too. Yeah.
So they're at 8,100.
Oh wow, I didn't realize they were that high.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at it in the last couple of days.
It's 8,100. This is like a movie I'm watching. Literally, I'm checking in on it daily. So when they showed this off and they said this is what's going to happen, and people were excited. So the first week they need 5,000 backers to make this a real deal, and the first week you get King Grayskull added, no charge. This is the early bird special. So mixed reviews. You put King Grayskull in, and after it hits 5,000 backers, this thing is just going to fizzle, they say. So because there's no incentive to pay $550 for. First of all, there is, because if you look at the old Eternias, there is no Eternias anywhere.
Yeah.
And if they're out there, they're not working properly with the monorail.
The originals, yeah, they've come out and said that they didn't sell a ton of them.
Right.
And they're actually pretty damn rare.
They are. They're going for anywhere from $1,000 to $1,500.
Yeah.
Depending on what condition.
Yeah.
And people buy it. So when this dropped for $550, people were freaking out. And then you get a King Grayskull that they will never produce again. They might recolor them and they might give them less options.
Right.
But they won't come out with this guy. So if you back them in the first week, now this is a 30-day backing. If you come out in the first week, we'll give you King Grayskull with Eternia. And the last day, they hit. I think they hit King Grayskull within 4 days. The next 3 days, because they added 2 other tiers. They had the Moat Monster, which on the original Eternia was a molded in like weird lizard.
Yeah.
It looked like a gecko or a chameleon.
Something like that, yeah.
And then
Modi the Moat Monster.
Modi. And that was 7,000 backers, and then for 10,000 backers you get some wizard, which is a UK deal, like a really deep cut MOTU, something in the UK. And I'm not really into the continuity of the UK, but people realized they were so close to funding it on the 7th day just for King Grayskull alone, people ate it up. And they said, well, if I'm getting King Grayskull, I'm going to get MOTU with it.
Yeah.
So instead of just hitting 7,000 backers after the first week, they hit it. They got MOTU and Grayskull by the end of the first week. So it's funded. It's 8,100 backers. This is happening for real. I don't think they're going to get the Wizard because are you going to pay $550 plus tax plus 50 shipping, which comes out to about $670. People were showing their receipts.
Yeah.
About $670 just for a lizard. Probably not.
Yeah.
And then you need 2,000 more people to get the Wizard.
To get the Wizard, yeah.
I don't think that's going to happen. I think 8,500 is a solid number. I think this will go for. We talked about this before. The secondary market. This is going to go for anywhere from $1,200 to $1,500.
Oh, easy.
Because people
Easy.
want it.
Yeah.
People are buying multiples.
I mean, and that's
for that
without,
purpose.
That's without the figures.
That's without the figures.
Yeah.
Yeah. They'll and if you want this Eternia and your centerpiece, as I don't know how you're going to display this unless you just display the tower. Good for Mattel. Good for MOTU fans. Good for a lot of things.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Kinda.
If this is, I mean, if you truly wanted this, man, more power to you.
Right.
More power to you.
But then that gets me thinking. Now, the HasLab, what's his name?
Oh, the Robbie Reyes.
Yeah.
My God, what the hell's the matter with our brains today, man?
I don't know. I'm excited. It's just a big day.
The Ghost Rider.
The Ghost Rider.
Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider.
So I'm looking at him, and this Ghost Rider, where's he at? Ghost Rider is at 2,700. Here he is right here. He's at 4,900 backers. He's 350. He's $200 cheaper. He has 9 days left to get 4,000 more backers. They need 9,000 for this to go live. They're at 5. This is not happening.
I don't think it's going to happen.
I
think
4,000.
I think whoever. I mean, well, if from what I was seeing, the slowdown on it was. I mean, there's been next to nothing for the last 3 days.
Yeah, this is not going to happen.
Yeah,
so
I don't think it's going to go.
So
Hasbro really.
I don't know why it was so bad. Did they drop the ball because they didn't offer tiers until after it went live? They didn't sit down and say, this is what you get, this is what you get, this is what you get after every tier.
Yeah.
Why is it 9,000 backers when Eternia is 5?
Yeah.
I mean, the tooling on the Eternia is a lot more than a car. The figures are the figures.
Right.
You already have the molds for the figures.
And it's all brand new stuff. It's not. They're not reusing anything.
No.
It's all brand new stuff.
Yeah. So it just baffles me how Hasbro says, well, we need double of what Eternia is, and then we're gonna, and Eternia is twice the price.
Yeah, I mean, well, if you look at, somebody was talking on one of my feeds. Somebody was talking about the stock market. Now, the stock market affects this more than you know.
Oh, easy.
Because Hasbro's stock is dropping.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's fallen off. It fell into like nothing but obscurity a few weeks ago, and then it started to rise again. But it's been, I mean, it's been a collection of hills and valleys for weeks now.
Yes, yeah.
And Mattel has been actually laid up pretty steady because, I think for the most part, if you look at the classics line, the figures were affordable.
At the time of the
$15, $16.
Yeah,
they're affordable. Not only that, but when they hit the secondary market, they produced enough of them that they were still selling for $14, $15. And if they were out of the package, the seller got 10, 12 maybe.
Yeah.
But you could get them out of the package complete to put on your shelf because you were going to rip it out of the package anywhere for $10, $12.
Yeah.
You have a hard time doing that with anything Hasbro because
it's already $30.
Well, yeah. Well, not only that, but people are trying to get their fucking money back, and it's not happening.
Right.
It's just not happening.
No,
and not only that, but Hasbro's had what, 3 price increases in 7 months?
Yeah. They don't know.
Months?
Have your increase and You live by the sword, you die by the sword.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate saying.
Yeah.
So if you keep increasing, you're gonna die by your increases. Now Mattel increased. That's fine. But they didn't do 3. They did an increase. They deal with it, please, because this is the market and this is what we're paying. And then people are like, okay, but if you come back and you increase $2 and you increase $2, then you change the packaging and say we're not making money and increase it again. It looks like you don't know your marketing and your purchasing departments. It looks like you guys are just so it's weird. It's just not good. Because if you look at some of the Pulse stuff from a couple years ago, and the one that the Galactus that everybody's starting to get now, and then there's some issues with it, but this was last year they started this, and then they're shipping it now. It's $400.
Yeah.
They needed. How many people did they need? It's right here. The target was 14,000. They had to have 14,000, which is absurd for a $400 figure.
Yeah.
To fund this. So 14 was a Nova, 17 was Silver Surfer, 20,000 was Morg, and then 22 was the Head of Doom Unlocked. They got 30,000 backers.
Yeah, they got it all.
Just under 31,000, which was awesome. And
Galactus was a really sought after thing, though.
It was
seriously sought after. People have been wanting that for years.
After their first Build-A-Figure 20 years ago. And this thing is like 70 points of articulate. This is an awesome figure.
Oh, this thing's got individual finger links on it. The head moves around, and it's got
different face plates.
It's got fantastic,
yes.
And they learned something from the knee and elbow articulation and ankle articulation on the Sentinel.
Yeah,
and they gave this thing ratcheting joints that are just like almost hard. You almost think you're going to break it when you and when you
yeah.
So he stands up really well. He's really well balanced. And I mean, I looked at that thing up close with like three or four different reviews. The sculpt is amazing.
That's what I hear.
Absolutely amazing. They did a fantastic job with it.
No, that's what I hear.
I mean, if you were a hardcore fan, I mean, and you had the 4 bones suspend, that's you added a nice piece to your collection. You really did.
Yeah,
'cause that thing is amazing. It is incredible. They really did a good job on it. But people are having a problem with the heads on them, I guess.
Now that's a question I have.
The eyes won't light up. The one guy put batteries in it, like 6 different pairs of batteries in it. He tried different kinds of batteries. He couldn't get it to work, and he's so afraid to open it up to see what might be wrong inside.
Because as soon as you open it, Hasbro's gonna be like, "You broke it."
Well,
not
shit,
us.
Hasbro's already like, "What the fuck do you want us to do?" As far as I know,
fucked up.
Yeah,
because
it's really fucked up.
You spent $400 a year plus ago. See, this is the problem I have with this. All of this. Now we're gonna listen to something in the car on the way to TFCon. By Analog Toys you wanted me to listen to, but in my brain, I'm going to give Mattel, Hasbro, whoever, $400, $500, $600 today. I'm going to pay for it after it funds, because usually it's a week, because there's another one coming up too that we're going to talk about from MOTU. After it funds, they take your money. And then they start the process. None of this is in process until after they get the money. Because
in the meantime, your money sits in an interest-bearing bank account.
Yep.
I mean, you really don't think. I mean,
honestly,
do you honestly think they're not making money off of your money sitting in their bank account
for a year plus?
Come on.
No, they're putting money into the team, and they're using little bits here and there just to start the funding of. All right, now the toolers got to get this, and now the plastics got to be bought. They're making money, but. Do the math. $650 they're getting today times 8,000.
Yeah,
that's a lot of interest.
Was that $3.6 million or something like that?
It's
whatever the hell it was.
Insane.
Yeah.
It's insane.
And that just sits in an interest-bearing bank account.
That's quick interest.
Yeah,
for free.
Yeah.
So,
and come on, they're not putting that back into the figure.
Oh no.
No, they figured all of this shit out first.
So if you have problems with a $400, $500, $600 figure, and then you got to wait a year plus.
Yeah.
a year plus to get your figure.
Yeah.
Because it takes time, and I understand. I'm a logical thinking person. Okay, you're not going to have this figure in this shelf waiting for me because you just offer it to anybody. So I got to wait a year and a half. I get this figure and it's broke. Hey, this isn't working because you skipped a piece or you time. I get it. And you're trying to push these out as quick as you can. Oh, there's nothing we can do about it. The fuck there is. I want my money back and you can have this piece of shit back.
All right.
No, sorry. So you would think you would have somebody sitting in an office saying, okay, the figure itself is going to be fine. We need to make 1,000 extra heads just for problems because this is the mechanical part. Eternia. The figure itself, the mold is fine, the figures are fine, but the monorail that moves around, we need an extra 1,000 extra pieces just in case this breaks. And after your 40 or 60 or 90-day warranty is up, now they have pieces that when you call in a year, say, hey, my monorail broke and we only have 300 left, well, then you charge somebody for the piece that you need because after the 90 days, everybody opens your shit up and plays with it. Okay, you replace your parts and you have a system. You send me back your bad part. I'll send you a good part. We'll work this out. I'll pay the you pay the shipping, Mattel or Hasbro, because this is your deal. But after that, okay. After that, that's just so. There are problems. People see the companies see the money.
I'm sure they build enough to account for attrition, but I mean, how much do they really go past?
Yeah.
I mean, what's the first? They're not going to make double of everything.
No, they won't. And I get that.
What, like the first 300 that complain are what gets taken care of, and then the rest of them get like a fight. Well, maybe can we send you can we send you one of your favorite figures from our line?
Yeah,
I mean that's what they've done to me the 3 times I've called them.
Kiss my ass.
Yeah.
Now the other one that you brought up, and I'm excited for, and I'm not going to back just because, but is it Mondo?
Mondo Productions, they're a third-party company that makes incredible 12-inch stuff. Oh my god!
Oh, dude, this is like humans.
Scale stuff. Oh my god! I saw. Before we get into the one we're going to talk about, I saw a couple of pieces of the He-Man that they did and the Hordak that they did,
and they're MOTU.
Yeah, they're MOTU. Yeah, they're mainly MOTU. Yeah, and holy crap, amazing stuff, amazing,
dude!
It just looks gorgeous. But the one we're talking about is the Mondo Battle Cat.
Yes,
it's just it was just announced about a week ago, and Pixel Dan, if you get a chance to check him out, he did a sort of review video with those guys at their shop when he went to San Diego Comic-Con this week, and that thing is really, really cool, man. That thing is really cool,
dude. This She-Ra I'm looking at is flipping amazing. The He-Man. Okay, so they're about $250. That's not bad for the quality you're gonna get. You're paying anywhere from $225 to $275. Now this Keldor is $185. You don't get anything extra with it, but $195. This Man at Arms is flipping amazing. I mean, this Skeletor is $165. You get a battle axe, a couple swords. You get the Havoc staff. You get this. Shame on me for not knowing who the hell this is. This weird, probably from the cartoon. This little animal creature. One of them comes with the key. For an extra $5, you get the key from the movie. He-Man, dude, these are like amazing, and I don't understand why I never found this. But Battle Cat, so they're coming out with Battle Cat because that's the next rendition that they're doing, and I am stoked. I'm not going to back it, but I think it's ballsy to have Eternia out right now for $650 out the door.
Yeah,
and then this company come out and say, okay, I'll see your $650. I'll put $500 down for a Battle Cat. Now,
but there's a bunch of people out there that are actually, I mean, just downright screaming, screw eternity, man.
I want this Battle Cat.
Take my freaking money.
Yes. Now that $500, you get like 3 heads. You get a baby Cringer. The the armor has like this link in it. So when you pose him and he's like walking, like if he comes around a corner, his actual armor moves with him. You get the classic helmet. You get the modernized helmet that just goes over his eyes and nose with the saber-tooth teeth.
I think that the armor on the heads it's actually affixed to the heads.
No, they're you take them off. They're molded to the head. You could pull off the helmet. It's like a perfect fit.
I'd have to listen to that one again, but
maybe a classic helmet comes off,
well,
but the other helmet's stuck to his head. Maybe that's one of the extra heads you get. Because I think you get like a tame face, you get the growling face, you get a cringer head, and I think you get the 2000X head with that helmet attached to it.
Yeah.
I think that's what I think you get the 4 heads. So you could take the classic head off, or you could take the classic helmet off or put it on, and it stays on the head.
Yeah.
And then you get the baby cringer, but the gauntlets on his paws. I mean, this thing is, and it's a 9-day or 7-day fund.
Yeah.
They're going to fund it.
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely going to get the money, I'm sure.
So
I'm absolutely sure.
And the hardcore people, these hardcore collectors, they already put the $650 or $1,300 for 2 Eternias, or because people are buying 2 or 3 of them to resell.
Yeah.
They're going to turn around and buy 2 or 3 of these stupid things. I don't know if it's capped or it's funded after X amount. And
I'm not sure either.
So I don't know how Mondo works.
These guys have done a ton of stuff, though. I mean, they did a scare glow that was totally smoking.
Yes.
Like you said, that She-Ra.
That She-Ra is awesome.
That She-Ra is amazing.
Everything sells out there. They don't have a store where you can just buy from. You got to fund it.
But that freaking Hordak.
I'm looking at this Hordak. This is
so
really
detailed. It's so detailed. I mean, these guys do a little bit of everything, man. They do Marvel. They do Disney. They do all kinds of stuff.
There's 2 Hordaks, a $230 and a $240. And then the $10 more, you get like his crossbow and some kind of.
I was going to say the one is a limited edition. I know that.
Yeah. No, you get the crossbow in both. You get a gun. You could change out his hand for a cannon, and you get like this weird bat thing. But he comes with his staff and he comes with his extra hands. So it's the same figure. I
got to see one of these when I was at Wayne's Wayne's Pop Culture Collectibles in Westmont.
Okay.
Mike and I were in discussion about this briefly, and he showed me this thing, and I'm looking at it going, holy crap. I know somebody that would totally buy this if he were standing here right now. The guy would probably he would dig quarters out of his ass, man. And he's like, well, send him down this way. So I'll cut him a deal. I forget what he made an offer to me, but I can't remember what it was. But
was it about the price of? I'm sure it was like $3. He just got to make a few bucks on it because he probably bought it from.
I honestly don't remember what he offered.
Dude, this puzzle is even amazing.
But him and I were doing a deal at the time too. So.
Oh, okay. I mean, these figures are good. This deluxe He-Man that they were talking about comes with 2 different chest plates plus his regular plate. He comes with a couple different swords, 3 heads, but they're going to re-release him along with the Battle Cat just so people have a He-Man with their Battle Cat. Because you can't have a cat without a man. I don't know. These crowdfundings.
This Revelation Skeletor they did is badass too. It's got 3 different faces.
Yeah, dude.
No, it's got 4 different faces. I'm sorry. That staff is amazing.
Yes, it is. It's good stuff, man.
But yeah, I mean, anybody who doesn't know who we're talking about, check out Mondo Collectibles at mondoshop.com.
Mondo.
Yeah, they've got. If you're into this, the 1/6 scale type collectibles and things like figurines and things like that, I mean, amazing stuff. These guys know what they're doing.
More people are 12-inch than you would expect.
Yeah, heck, yeah. Yeah.
Because there's what's the big one on BBTS that I always see, the 12-inchers for Marvel. Who does those?
Oh,
they have the cloth goods. Star Wars is a big one. I can't think it because I'm not into it. I don't pay attention to it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about,
but those are nice. Those are very good, pretty figures. I think these are more eye candy.
Oh, for sure, for sure. I mean, and they look so accurate to what to like the continuity they're trying to go for too. It's incredible.
Yeah, it is. It is.
They got a couple of Batman animated series ones. The Joker's fantastic.
Yes.
Looks great.
Yeah.
But
Definitely something I'm not going to get into, but something I could just enjoy looking back at and saying, $250 for a figure. So,
huge shout out to Wayne's Pop Culture Collectibles. Mike, it was good seeing you this weekend. Hopefully we'll see you at the toy show. Ken and Caleb up at Geek Toy Hut. This guy's got something for everybody up there. Go check him out there in Arlington Heights, Illinois. Mike out there at Wayne's is in Westmont. Check them out. Wax Packs, Toys and Collectibles up in what is it, Roselle?
Yep.
Yep. Talk to Aaron. He's got a store full of crap.
He does. I go in there a lot. That's 5 minutes from work. So,
but yeah, great guy. Go talk to him. But yeah, that'll do for us this week. Hopefully we'll, if we're passing out our card or something like that at one of these two shows, if you see us, recognize us or whatever, stop us and talk to us. We're going to be doing some reels and a little bit of filming and maybe some recording with a couple of people that we may talk to at booths and things like that. So hopefully we'll be able to spread the word and get our name out there, and hopefully we'll talk to you all soon.
All right, guys. Thanks. Have a good week.
All right. Take care, guys.
Autobots, roll out.